Looks like my Saab is dying. Yeah, looks like the Saab is dying. That's not water, that's oil. I have been trying to finish this video now for 3 weeks and it's all disjointed, it didn't come together, and I'm going to try and somehow put it together today to finally just bloody finish this video. So what happened was that about 3 weeks ago, the car, this one, wasn't quite right. It was one of those things, it's a bit weird where it just didn't feel right. It felt something was a little bit odd with it. Nothing major, but something was a little bit odd. And so I kicked off a video 3 weeks ago like this. I'm off with the Ferrari this morning. I'm taking it to the garage because I started it up the other day, was going somewhere, and I noticed that the idle was a little bit unstable. It doesn't sound like it normally sounds. And with a car like this, your senses become really heightened because you're always hearing different sounds, you're always watching out for different sounds and different noises, and it's like, what's that vibration? I don't recognise that vibration. You're always conscious of the fact that the wrong smell, the wrong sound, the wrong engine vibration, whatever, is like, you know, it might cost you a fortune. So you're always conscious of these things. I don't think it's a massive issue. I think, to me, it feels like there's like some air getting into the system or something. I don't know. So I'm going to take it to the garage. I'm going to see what they say. So I left the car at the dealer, and then they called me and they said, look, the problem looks like it's the oil pressure sensor is faulty, so your oil pressure is all over the place, which is correct. And I already knew there was an issue there, and so I thought, yeah, okay, swap the sensor. And the other one was the lander sensor, and I often get the engine management light come on, and I know the lander sensor isn't working, one of them wasn't working, and so they said we need to replace that as well. That's probably what's causing the issue. I said fine. I thought this is going to hurt because it's going to be expensive. Whenever it's anything electrical, it costs a lot of money. And then the other thing was that there was a part in the exhaust that wasn't working. What, that wouldn't affect anything. I asked them, they might as well have a look at replacing that as well. So then they called me and they said, right, we've replaced these. Well, they replaced two things. They replaced the lander sensor and the pressure sensor. And it was like a Friday or something. I said, look, can I pick up the car? Because they didn't have the third piece of the exhaust. So can I pick up the car because I want it for the weekend? And they said, yeah, fine, pick it up. So I went on a Friday and I started this video. So it's been a week, and it turns out that the car has had a couple of things that needed replacing. And that's why I'm taking the Saab. So I'll leave the Saab there, take my Fezzer, and then go and enjoy the car for a few days while I can, especially whilst we have such amazing weather at the moment. So it should be quite good fun. So I got the car back and then had it for the weekend, and then realised, yeah, it still actually wasn't right. It still wasn't 100%. It was still doing this funny thing at idle, so slow speed. It seemed to be lacking a little bit of power as well. So my last video, or the last portion of this video, I was on my way to pick up the Ferrari. That was on Saturday. Today's Monday, and I'm going to take the Ferrari back. And it was sort of planned actually, because they have replaced the pressure sensor, they've replaced the lander sensor, and it was just the valve for the exhaust that was faulty, and that's being replaced over the next couple of days. So I took the car in originally because it didn't feel right. Something wasn't quite right. And over the weekend I've been driving it, and we think it was the lander sensor originally that was causing the issue, and having replaced that, it's not. Still seems to not be quite right. I've noticed it in traffic where, for example, on a very light throttle, first gear, second gear, you get that sort of, where it's not smooth, it's a little bit, you know, your head is bopping back and forth a little bit. So I rang them up, I said, I'm going to have to leave it on Monday anyway for the exhaust bit, but also I'll leave it for you for the week, so that you can try and figure out what the hell is going on, because something isn't quite right, and it's really hard to sort of describe it as well. So it's such a minor thing, it's such a small issue, but because I'm so in touch with the car, I know that it's not 100%. So they said, yeah, fine, leave it, and we'll do all the diagnostics and everything. So I left it on the Monday, and then I picked it up on Friday, today's Sunday, and it's still not okay. And the thing was, they said, look, we've run everything through, this car seems fine, they've done all the checks, everything, there was nothing, their system said everything was as it should be. And they took it for a drive, they said, can't see any problems with it. And I was like, wow, that's really frustrating, because I know it's not 100%. So I'm going to have to take it back, unfortunately, and I don't really know what to say to them apart from it's still not right. But I can't drag this video on forever, so all I will say is that I paid about, I'd like to keep you updated with the cost of running the car. So the pressure sensor, the lander sensor, and the second-hand part for the exhaust, which is the exhaust valve, all came to 890, or so it came about 900 euros, I think it was. So, which is the first big cost I've had all year for the car. So that's actually quite a relief. So it's not been too bad so far this year. So 190 euros, I mean, it's not obviously cheap, but it's also not bad for 2 sensors and a valve for the exhaust. So I'm quite happy with that. Now, I might just show you, if you want, the parts that have been replaced. Right, well, that was a bit of a nothing vlog, really. I was just trying to keep you up to date what's happening with the car. I will update you if there's any update on that, whether it's just me and it's all in my head and actually the car's absolutely fine and there's no problem with it. I'm still not 100% convinced about that. I might get someone else to drive it and see what they think. But anyway, apart from that, I am enjoying the car. Taking it away in a week or so for a bit of a weekend break, which will be quite good fun. I always like taking the car on a sort of a long trip. Might do a vlog on it, see how I am. I'm just really tired and really busy, so it's always nice to not do something apart from just drive and enjoy the drive. Anyway, right, I hope you sort of enjoyed that video, maybe found it half interesting, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you very soon.